Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ini ngomong Indonesia apa Inggris nih? Apa Arab? Inggris saja ya. Friends, journalists, thank you for coming to our press conference this afternoon. We invite you to come this afternoon for a press conference with the Ambassador of the State of Palestine, His Excellency Zuhair Assoun, related to a program that Nahdlatul Ulama has arranged that will start soon on the 7th of this month of August. This is a program of inviting a high-level official of the state of Palestine to come to Indonesia and to speak to Indonesian public and Indonesian circles of decision making relevant to the issue of the state of Palestine. This is something that I personally and His Excellency Mr. Zuhair Assoun have been discussing for like long ago, since long ago. You know, His Excellency Zuhair Assoun was the first ambassador to give me a call after our National Congress. I remember that, you know, our National Congress finished on the 27th of December 2021, and I got a call from His Excellency on the 27th of December, so 2 days after the Congress. He gave me a call. So, and then after that, it's a long, intense personal discussion between us about what we can do to help Palestinian people in the state of Palestine. And then since last year, I think it has been more than 1 year, you know, that His Excellency Zuhair Assoun introduced me to a high-rank official in the state of Palestine, which is His Excellency Sheikh Mahmoud Al-Habbash. Mahmoud Al-Habbash. His name is kind of, close to the name of the president. The president name is Mahmoud Abbas, and this is Sheikh Mahmoud Al-Habbash, and he is a special advisor to the president, and also Minister of Justice. Yeah, Minister of Justice. So, and I've been personally engaging him also for like almost 1 year, and then to a point that we agree to do this program in Indonesia. So Sheikh Mahmoud Al-Habbash will be coming to Jakarta, arriving on the 7th of August. It's going to be next Wednesday, and we arrange a full program of 3 days from the 8th to the 10th of August. So 8th, 9th, and 10th of August, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and he will be leaving on Sunday, the 11th of August. So again, this press conference is going to be about that program, and I will let His Excellency Zuhair Assoun to have the time for it. Please, Excellency.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. First of all, my brother, His Excellency Stakov, Yahya Stakov, it's my pleasure to be with you always. You are very close and very supporter to the just cause of Palestine. And we get from Nahdlatul Ulama as a major community of this country, always behind Palestine, for Palestine to be free. We are working together in one hand. This is Indonesia. We appreciate it. And we are proud of you, Excellency. We are proud of your leaders, of your people, and of your country. As His Excellency mentioned that our Minister of Judge, Dr. Mahmoud Al-Habbash, and the Special Advisor to His Excellency, the President Mahmoud Abbas, and he was former Minister of Religious before. And he is very close to the decision maker in Palestine. So he's coming to his country, to the country we consider it in our heart, the number one of Islamic country in the world, Indonesia. This visit, it's for sure, it's significant. And why he chose this part? Because he knows that Indonesia can play more and more in favor of Palestine. This is the main issue. And he decided a few months before to come, and he discussed by Zoom with His Excellency that I'm planning to come to this country to talk and to see the people, to see the leaders, and to work together. For sure, he's having many agenda during his visit, and he will give the specific message, not as what's the media or happening here or there, no. Because what's on the ground, no one can give clearly. Media, they can take the information from other sources and this and that. But he will talk about the serious issues. What's Palestine nowadays is facing? What's behind that? What's going on? What we are supposed to be together, what we are going to do as a Muslim Ummah. This is the main focus of his visit. I cannot say more about his visit. Let us hope that he will be here and he will meet with the media and he can be questioned and he can be asked by you and he can talk more and more. Because if you are following, all the media all over the world is following Mahmoud Habbash about the current situation, about what's genocide is happening in Gaza, and now in West Bank. Yesterday in my city, Tulkarm city, 14 have been martyred. Yesterday. So, it's not only Gaza, but now West Bank. Because Israel is having their plan and what they are going to do. So, Palestine, in your heart, I know that you are having more tension to follow what's going on. Israel is not giving any chance, my brother, to make peace or to create any initiative for peace. Our hand is ready for peace. Our President Mahmoud Abbas clearly he mentioned, until now, and he wrote to Mr. Trump, and everybody have seen the letter, when Mr. Trump mentioned to him and put it on his Instagram, that I'm ready to meet with Netanyahu to reach for ending this conflict, ending this war, searching for their solution, end of occupation. Palestinians, they are human beings. They have to live as everybody is living in the world. Why they are facing this aggression? Why? For what? For what? Yesterday, 2 massacres in Gaza, in school. And if you are following the media and bombing the Mossad, you cannot believe what happened. All the people who have been killed, they are innocent people, civilians. But Israel, Netanyahu, he needs to create this atmosphere and to keep the whole area warming. So let me ask through you, where is the international community? Many voices have been raised, many hands have been raised. But politicians, leaders, especially who can make influence on Israel, like America, UK, France, Germany, Europe, even who are close to Israel or having diplomatic relation with Israel, what they are doing, absent. But why? What will be the end? Who will be the loser in the end? Palestine, the land, is the Holy Land. Everybody knows about that. It's written in Quran. It's not my voice. Land for peace. All prophets, or most of them, been there. Muhammad alayhi salatu wassalam, when he met all the prophets in the Al-Aqsa, and he prayed with them, leaded them at that time. But why? Why this conflict is going on? For what? I don't want to talk about historical background of Israel and who established Israel and why Israel in that part. Everybody knows. It is because of injustice. If there is justice, things cannot be like that. I'm sure no one of you can accept his house can be stolen or his land can be taken from others. This is the same what happened for Palestine. We are there since more than 6,000 years in that part. Israel is only 76 years. Israel never been in that part. But this is the international regulation, rules, etc. Decided to make 2 states in one part. We accepted in the end, but they are refusing us till now. But what do we have to do? To raise our hand? To give them everything? We have to struggle. And we have the right to struggle. This is my message today. Thanks, my brother, Excellency Sheikh Yahya Stakov. Thanks for Indonesia. Thanks for Joko Widodo. We appreciated his policy with our great sister, Retno Marsudi. The policy of this country will not be changed. I don't want to talk about Indonesia But I hear from everybody, even the new elected president, Prabowo, he is with Palestine, and he will not leave Palestine alone. Thank you.
Thank you, His Excellency, Sheikh Zuhair Asun. Before I let you, our journalist friends, to ask question, I think I should let Ibu Sitrut Naim, the person in charge for the group, for the program, to lay out the arranged schedule for the entire program. Please, Bu Naim.
Terima kasih kepada Ketum. Saya bahasa Indonesia saja ya, karena ini tentang rundown-nya. Mohon izin juga ini yang mewakili SC ya, tentu dengan arahan Ketum dan SC. Jadi teman-teman tadi sudah disebutkan ya, tamu kita semua, tamu kami itu Syekh Mahmud Al-Habbas, penasihat Presiden Palestina dan juga Menteri Kehakiman, akan tiba tanggal 7 Agustus. Kemudian malamnya Kedutaan Besar Palestina di Indonesia akan host untuk makan malam ya. Untuk tanggal 8 pagi hari akan ke sini. Jadi itu interaksi kami dengan beliau, khususnya Ketum, dengan Syekh Mahmud Al-Habbas. Kemudian di siang hari ada editorial meeting, diikuti dengan press conference. Sorenya ini masih dalam konfirmasi ya ke Kemenlu, dan malamnya nanti ada makan malam yang di-host oleh PBNU supaya ulama-ulama kami berinteraksi langsung ya, dengan utusan Presiden ini. Karena kan beliau datang memang untuk ke NU. Itu untuk hari Kamis. Untuk hari Jumat tanggal 9 paginya ke MPR, akan bertemu pimpinan MPR, dilanjutkan dengan sholat Jumat ya di Masjid Hasyim Asy'ari, kemudian public lecture di Unusia Universitas Nahdlatul Ulama. Kemudian jam 7 akan ada ke pesantren Darul Rahman. Kan pesantren itu sangat dekat ya dengan NU Pondok, jadi kami akan membawa beliau ke sana. Kemudian untuk hari Minggu ini ada pertemuan insya Allah dengan Wakil Presiden Yusuf Kala, Wakil Presiden ke-10 ke-12 ya. Kemudian ada 2 interview eksklusif dengan 2 media. Itu yang bisa saya sampaikan. Terima kasih Ketum.
Okay, please, if anyone of you, siapa yang mau tanya, please.
Boleh bahasa Indonesia?
Bahasa Indonesia boleh nanti. Ada yang mau nanya? Silakan. Mic.
Ya, terima kasih kesempatannya. Saya Gita Irawan dari tribunnews.com. Mau tanya Pak terkait dengan rencana kunjungan Pak Syekh Mahmud Al-Habbas ini ke sini, apakah juga diagendakan juga bertemu dengan Pak Presiden atau Pak Presiden terpilih gitu di sela-sela agenda? Apakah itu terbuka peluang seperti itu? Itu dulu Pak, terima kasih.
You can have His Excellency translate it to English. So he's asking about the possibility of meetings. The person is asking whether there's going to be a possibility, an opportunity to have the meeting between Sheikh Mahmud Al-Habbas with President-elect Mr. Prabowo Subianto, or with President Jokowi, even President Jokowi said.
For sure, we will be happy if it will be done. For sure, we are looking for that and to convince the message of our president, Mahmoud Abbas, to His Excellency, his brother Joko Widodo, and the elected president also Prabowo. And already I gave my request and message before to His Excellency Yahya Stakov that he's looking for that seriously, You know, we feel one family. It's not like that, the president or president. President always, he used to receive all Palestinian delegation in any level. And I was with my delegation with His Excellency Joko Widodo several times. Even one time he received me alone We appreciate it. Hopefully it will be done.
All right, so we are in communication with the palace, you know. Maybe if there's an opportunity, you know, to have a meeting with President Joko Widodo, but so far we're still waiting for any, you know, an opportunity for that from the palace, because you see the president's schedule is also very, very tight. And we are also in communication with President-elect, His Excellency Prabowo Subianto, but he is now abroad, in a travel abroad, and probably is not going to be back in the country before the 10th of August. But we are arranging a meeting with a high-level official at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, our Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Hopefully, His Excellency Ibu Retno Marsudi will be available, but we are in communication to set up a good meeting with the high-level official in our Ministry of Foreign Affairs. We also arrange a gathering with not just, you know, with mainly NU Kiais, but also together with other religious leaders, you know, Islamic religious leaders, and also from other religions, you know, on the evening of the 8th. I think it's going to be Thursday evening. The meeting is going to be held as a dinner in Borobudur Hotel, you know, with NU Kiais and also the chairman of Indonesian Ulama Council, you know, the leaders of other organizations such as Muhammadiyah and the others, and also from other religions, you know, from the KWI of Catholic, the PKI of the Protestant Christian, and from the Buddhist leaders, and also Hindu leaders, and Konghucu leaders. So we're all going to be there. So yeah, but regardless, there's going to be a meeting with President Jokowi or President-elect His Excellency Prabowo Subianto. You know, I am dedicating myself to convey whatever the message that Sheikh Mahmoud Al-Habbas want to be delivered to them. So I will ask for an audience with President Jokowi and also President-elect for a meeting with them, with each of them, for me personally, in other time, to deliver whatever message that Sheikh Mahmoud Al-Habbas, you know, wants me to deliver to them. Thank you. Yang lain mungkin?
Assalamualaikum, Mr. Ambassador. I would like to ask you about a relation Hamas and Fatah. After the killing of Ismail Haniyeh, leadership in Hamas in limbo, and for now, how this affect United National Government between Hamas and Fatah? Thank you.
Do you think that with the assassination of any from Palestine leader, can that everything would be stopped? No. Everybody knows that Israel reached Tunisia, and Khalil Wazir, the second of Yasser Arafat at that time, Abu Jihad, have been assassinated in Tunisia, in his home. Yahud Barak, who was leading this killing. Salah Khalaf, Abu Iyad also. And you know that Ahmad Yassin have been killed. Abu Ali Mustafa, Popular Front, have been killed. Yasser Arafat, everybody knows that. Poison, and he have been killed. Now, Ismail Haniyeh. And this is not the end. Not the end. Israel is trying to kill more and more. This is their policy. But Palestinians, they will continue. Not only struggling, they will continue in their efforts and their policy to settle all issues on the ground. I think yesterday or before yesterday, Yusuf Kala, he met Al-Fatah leaders who was in Qatar, to call them to come to Indonesia, by the way. Not for dialogue. Yusuf Kala, I met him maybe 15 days before. He was talking about technical issue to solve this problem, to make unity government. Our president is ready. Mahmoud Abbas is ready. He is very open. Not he's working down or up, no. He's very clear. He's dealing with his people clearly. I need unity government. Only one government. There will not be here government and here government. Never. Gaza, West Bank, Jerusalem, one unity. Yasser Arafat, he lost his life because of Jerusalem. Everybody knows this fact. Even Mahmoud Abbas now. They offer him, but he said no. I cannot accept in the end of my life the people will talk against me that I am against my nationality, against my people, So, Hamas is having leaders after Haniyeh. And for sure, that if they are interested and seriously, they will follow the PLO umbrella and to end the collapse in Gaza. It should be. It should be one government, one police, not two police, one authority. This is what we are looking for. But there is who need Palestine to be divided. There is who need our enemy number one. That's why, hopefully that after this chapter, things will come again to the right direction.
Baik, mungkin saya ingin sampaikan sesuatu dalam bahasa Indonesia untuk memudahkan penyiarannya ya. Jadi sudah terlalu banyak darah, sudah terlalu banyak pembunuhan. Kami menyuruhkan dihentikannya pembunuhan, dihentikannya kekerasan sekarang juga, sesegera mungkin. Ini pertama. Yang kedua, bahwa kami percaya kepada sistem internasional, karena sistem internasional inilah yang satu-satunya yang kita punya untuk memelihara stabilitas relatif dari dinamika global ini saat ini. Maka kami masih melihat bahwa masalah Palestina ini harus diperjuangkan melalui platform-platform multilateral di dalam konteks sistem global atau sistem internasional tersebut. Oleh sebab itu penting sekali dan sangat fundamental untuk mengakui pemerintah Palestina di bawah kepemimpinan Presiden Mahmud Abbas sebagai wakil yang otoritatif dan resmi bagi rakyat Palestina. Dan langkah-langkah politik internasional yang ditempuh di kemudian hari ini harus melibatkan pihak pemerintah negara Palestina yang ada saat ini. Nah, program yang kami bangun, yang akan kami jalankan beberapa hari ke depan ini adalah cara NU untuk berkontribusi membantu pemerintah Palestina, pemerintah negara Palestina untuk mendapatkan platform dan menyampaikan suaranya kepada masyarakat Indonesia dan kepada para tokoh yang menjadi simpul pengambilan kebijakan di Indonesia ini. Nah, mudah-mudahan dengan program ini nanti akan ada tindak lanjut yang lebih intensif dan lebih decisive, lebih pasti, lebih menentukan tentang langkah-langkah yang akan diambil dalam rangka memperjuangkan nasib dan masa depan dari rakyat Palestina. Terima kasih. Masih ada yang lain? Cukup? Oke, satu lagi. Oh, ya. Tadi waktu di atas kami mencocokkan program, ya, dan memang ada yang masih belum fix. Misalnya pertemuan dengan Kementerian Luar Negeri Indonesia ini masih sedang kita komunikasikan. Kita masih menunggu konfirmasi akhir dari sana, ya. Tapi kami tadi pada dasarnya mencocokkan jadwal, dan juga saya menjelaskan kepada beliau bahwa nanti pada hari Kamis, hari Kamis, insya Allah akan kita adakan editorial meetings bersama para pemimpin redaksi dari semua media, dan juga termasuk dengan koresponden media asing. Kami bekerja sama dengan JFCC, Jakarta Foreign Correspondents, dan di dalam forum itu nanti Presiden Yang Mulia Mahmud Al-Habbas bisa menyampaikan apapun sebagai background yang beri konteks kepada semua yang didengar oleh publik selama ini tentang Palestina. Tapi forum itu akan kita nyatakan sebagai forum off the record. Editorial meetings itu off the record. Jadi kita akan minta bahwa semua yang disampaikan dalam pertemuan dengan Pemret itu tidak dikutip untuk publikasi, tapi sudah itu akan diselenggarakan, disusul dengan press conference seperti ini, dan boleh menanyakan apa saja untuk mendapatkan pernyataan on the record dari Yang Mulia Mahmud Al-Habbas. Demikian. Oke, cukup ya. Terima kasih teman-teman sekalian. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.